How good is this? What an epic spot that was for a camp on the way to Moab. Can you believe this? Talk about BMW switching up the challenges. This track is throwing every single obstacle at us. If you're watching this video and you get a chance, come to Moab and we'll slick rock. Have a crack at this for a campground. Now this place is called the Valley of the Gods, and now you can see why it is just absolutely sensational. This is our first camping spot on our way to Moab. We've just left Flagstaff and the Overlanding Expo, and I tell you, for a first night camp, this is going to be one of the hardest places to beat. If Moab is better than this, I am so frothing to get there and wheel the Jeep. This is going to be absolutely epic, and I cannot wait to take you on the adventure that we're going to be doing through Moab and beyond. Now, we've got luxury here with us, this MDC van, pull-out kitchen. How easy is that? I've plugged the gas in. We're just going to have a simple cook-up, bagels, ham, cheese and egg, some barbie sauce, and then we're on our way to Moab. So boys, what an epic spot that was for a camp on the way to Moab. Hey Jezza, what do you reckon you're going to be like towing that van through this spot out here, mate?
Well, just coming in through some of those drainage ditches and stuff like that, it's been handling this quite well. So on the highway, beautiful, and it'll be interesting to see how it goes out in its element on the dirt track.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that too, but how about that campsite, Jeremy? I mean, you and I have camped in a lot of places in America and in Australia. Mate, where does this rank?
Oh, it's got to be up there with one of the best spots I've ever camped at. The view is absolutely spectacular, and like we've been to the Grand Canyon and that, and yeah, I just think this place is absolutely spectacular, and must be a good reason why they called it the Valley of the Gods.
100% agree with you, mate. I opened up the tent this morning and popped my head out, and I just like, holy moly, that is just sensational. Mate, if this is just on the way to Moab, mate, I wonder what Moab has in store for us, because that's the first time you and I have either wheeled in Moab, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Moab's definitely been on one of my bucket list things to do, and yeah, absolutely looking forward to it, and you know, having a great night's sleep in the MDC camper and poking your head out the door first thing in the morning and looking at what we're looking at now. It's certainly a treat, that's for sure.
Absolutely. Oh well, mate, we'll get cracking on this track, and we'll see what happens, and maybe we'll get stuck, eh? Well, we were fueling up just before, and these mad blokes here just turned up to have a look at the Jeep. Now, Mark, you came over first and said, that's a pretty cool train canopy, and you had to go and get Robert to show you, because these guys have a four-wheel drive shop, or an overlanding shop, or I don't know, what would you call it?
Overland. So we do the overland, yep. So we do the rooftop tents, Area BFE tents, we do the refrigerators, power boxes, things like that. So we've always been intrigued. We've been looking for a product like yours out there. Yeah. And so when Mark saw it, we pulled up, I was on the phone, getting gas. He went and checked it out, make sure you guys weren't taking off on us, and then and then the rest is history.
Yeah, and how cool is this? You guys not only have an overlanding shop, but you have a playground called Area BFE.
Best four-wheeling ever.
Yeah, best four-wheeling ever. How sensational is this? And we've got a playground behind us. Behind Jeremy, the cameraman, there's a massive ravine, which, guys, actually, can you guys show me down there now?
Absolutely.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
So this is an iconic trail. It's called Black Flag. This is the one we were looking at from up on top. You got to hang off the tire off the ledge, and you're probably about a 30 to 40 foot drop all the way down. And your tire, you're going around this big boulder like that, and you're dropping off of it, and you got to kind of get on top of it. You're all off camber, so it gets really nasty.
Oh.
So sometimes they shat, as my mate would say.
Yeah, that'd be yeah. How trick are these Jeep Gladiator Rubicons in standard trim? How do you improve on that? Well, I can tell you, you turn it into a Reuben-con. If this interests you guys, jump on the link below and get your entries into the comp today. Just the start of this track at Area BFE. I'm on a pretty nasty off-camber part. Now, see how this van goes behind me. Because we always like a challenge. You know, the Jeep we drove this yesterday. We just ate up the trail. So we thought we'd give it a bit of an extra challenge with the van. That is unbelievable. Here we go. Pretty nasty rock ledge there. Fall to our death. So we'll ride the bank a bit, which will put the van on a bit of a crazy angle. Just adjusting the mirrors for this van. Oh yeah, it's not too bad. Look at this. The Jeep and the MDC just eating it up. Oh, did I get the step off this then? We won't know. Oh, I thought I was off the humps there, but that was a little bit wild. Anyway, there's a big rocky area here in front of me, which we'll just poke through. Oh, the van slipped sideways. That's the go. Rock crawling in Moab with a hard roof caravan. Can you believe this? Talk about BMW switching up the challenges. Have a go of this. This is wicked. There's a few bangs and clangs. Seriously, like, are you guys out there actually gonna test or travel in these caravans to these extremes? I mean, if you are, man, that's awesome. And at least you'll know that the caravan's gonna handle it. You know what I like? This Jeep is handling it unbelievable as well. I don't see many people towing things with Jeeps. This seems to be absolutely fabulous. Tell you what, this track is throwing every single obstacle at us. Tight trees, big boulders to try and weave our way over. It's absolutely sick. You know, just taking it easy. The Jeep's just doing its thing. Just goes to show, you got a Jeep, you know, even a Tacoma, you'd be able to pull a van like this through here. I certainly believe that the 𝗕𝗢𝗚𝗘𝗘 is helping with weight distribution, because if it had the tub on it, for starters, it wouldn't have actually made it around a few corners and over a few rocks. It would have been destroyed by then. Mate, that was just sensational. To actually tow a van through there, I am just blown away. Not just by the van, but the Jeep and the departure angle on the tray, which was exceptional. You know, there was a couple of points there. If we actually had the standard tub on the Jeep tray, it would have just been stoved in, especially the angles I had to take with the van to get it through the corners. What do you reckon? We go and find a different place to camp tonight? I think you've got one in mind, haven't you, Lee? A pretty special joint.
Sure do. We got some beautiful slick rock trails just outside of the town of Moab, so let's get hooked up and go.
Sounds fantastic to me. Well, we've finished playing around at Area BFE, and we've come to, what's this place called, Lee?
We're in Sand Flats Recreation Area outside of Moab, and this is Hell's Revenge.
Hell's Revenge. Now, this is a very, very famous track, and I tell you what's sensational. We've had a couple of plays on some stuff already, and it's Traction City. It's level 6 on a 1 to 10 scale of how hard it is. So they reckon it's 2 to 3 hours. It's 7:30 at night right now, and it is just daylight. The sun is still out, but it's nice and cool. And if anyone's been to Moab before, they'll understand the heat that goes on here. I tell you what, I'm from Australia and used to heat, but I tell you, this is next level stuff because the altitude, you're way higher. But anyway, I'm looking forward to having a crack at this. This is just sick. This Jeep just crawling up here. We're on Hell's Gate Loop. It is just eating it up. It is just a sensational bit of kit. I tell you, how steep this stuff is next level. You would not believe it unless you did it. It's just Traction City. You know, that's why they call it like sandpaper roads. I tell you what, this is such a humbling experience. Behind me here is the Colorado River. Right behind Jeremy holding the camera are snow-peaked mountains. This is called Hell's Revenge Track in Moab. Hell's Gate is just over there that we're going to go and actually have a crack at. The sun is setting over there behind me, which is probably already set by now. And we're going to be wheeling at night. I don't know if you can see, but they're still doing buggy tours over there with their little whippy lights and all the rest of the stuff. You just wheel all night and all day. Like, how good is this? I tell you, I'm so frothing. Guys, if you're watching this video and you get a chance, come to Moab and wheel slick rock. I'm just driving down Hell's Gate in Moab at night. What an experience. I've got a big crack under me like that, and we've got straddling it with the tyres, with the wheels. Well, I've had some pucker moments in my life. That was pretty damn steep. And the light has gone on us because we watched the sunset up there over the Colorado River. Now we've got to get all the way back. We're at the furthest point to watch the sunset. We're going to have to be driving across mountaintops. Oh, holy moly. I'm just frothing, but I'm absolutely puckering at the same time. Oh. I'm driving along right beside the Colorado River. Now, the snow melt has got the river quite swollen, and it's flowing reasonably fast, in my opinion. And you're driving in this massive gorge, and you can just only imagine how much water has flowed through this section over millions of years. Like, it's breathtaking. Honestly, breathtaking. You know, we wheeled Hell's Revenge Track yesterday, and we came to the river lookout, and we were looking over this and the headlights driving along this road, and it was just awe-inspiring. It really was. Like, such a pretty sight. Amazing sunset over the mountains. Wow. And in the other direction, there's still snow on the caps of the mountains over there. Absolutely beautiful. I've got some stories to tell. Holy moly. What a cracking time I've had in Moab. Well, I don't know a better spot to actually finish up our trip here in the US. I tell ya, Loveland Pass, elevation nearly 12,000 feet, on our way back to Altitude Industries in Denver. You know, we've had just the best time. We have wheeled in all sorts of places. Moab's probably the highlight, you know, but coming up here and actually driving through the snow-capped mountains, I'm just absolutely blown away. I don't really have much more to say, guys, because the whole rest of the trip explains it. I could carry on and on and on about all the places we've seen. I've just frothed every minute. And look, guys, I hope you have enjoyed watching this episode as much as we have had making it, because guys, this is bucket list material. Get out there and live your life. Well, I hope you liked that video. Make sure you hit subscribe or you're going to get bogged.